Hey everyone, this is Black Binder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Tales of Maj'eyal. And last time we left off, I actually cut off the end of it. It was just me drowning the people in Elvala. Now, what I didn't put on there was, look at this. I thought that I had too many points in Worm That Walks, that I wasn't going to be able to take out my 4 points in Decayed Bloated Horror, but look at this, Worm That Walks up at the top. This talent can alter the world in a permanent way. As such, you can never unlearn it once known. The reason I was still able to take out 4 points in Decayed Bloated Horror, because when it has that little caveat, it does not count towards your floating limit. So like, heavy armor training wouldn't count, and this wouldn't count. I actually don't know if there's any other ones that are like that, but those two right away are 2 examples of it. So I was able to take out all 4 points. We haven't wasted any just yet. But where are we going next? We went to Norgos's lair, so the next is Scintillating Caves. Now, Scintillating Caves can be dangerous. The reason because, as you enter the caves, you notice the magic here has distorted the land, making sharp angles and turns. Why did it say that? Not sure. This can be dangerous because there's a lot of casters in here, but most of the casters are immobile, meaning you can run away from them fairly easily. And because we are a pet class, them being immobile helps us even more. It means we don't ever actually have to fight the hard immobile crystals. We can just sit back. That's not a good thing. Oh wow, that is really not good. Look at that. That is a Sun Paladin and Corruptor. Now, I've said many times Corruptors suck if you're playing them, but early on they can crit you to hell and back, so you need to be careful. Also, for some reason my UI is fixed now. I don't know why. Ouch. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm just going back and forth, keeping him out of my view so he can't soul rot me. Soul rot has a higher critical chance than normal. Now we do have some blight resistance because of our girdle, but I can't count on that. Where am I? Hold on, this one's easier. Okay, so I am right here. No. I'm unable to move, that's the problem. Alright. Let's get you up there and take him out, please. Soul Rot is not a beam though, it is a projectile. So if you're behind something, you don't gotta worry about it. Alright, we got a Necromancer. They are very, very hard in the beginning if they're high enough to know. Impending Doom, which he does have it. He must not have cast it on us yet. We are definitely in range of it. But Impending Doom does a crap ton of damage, and it makes healing yourself very difficult. Because of that, if you actually kill the Necromancer, Impending Doom lasts for 10 turns. If you kill the Necromancer, it will go away, the debuff, no matter how much time it has left. So most of the time it's good to bum rush them, but you can't always count on being able to do that because they have really long range. I think their Invoke Darkness has 10 range. Alright, Regeneration Infusion, let's go ahead and take that. I don't know if it's better than what we have or not, but we forgot to go to Angelwyn, but we will for rings for our pet. Let's go ahead and use the Healing Infusion instead of what? Yeah, let's use it instead of this Regeneration Infusion. It's better because it's instant, and I don't have fungus to make the Regeneration Infusion really awesome. I've switched around my hotkeys a little bit just to put Diseased Tongue and Dissolved Face together. At least for now. I might take them off my bar completely later on, but I haven't decided yet. 265 mind damage. Nice. From my Bloated Horror. Alright, we're gonna run up to this guy very quickly. To Diseased Tongue him, and then lash him. It's hard to count on melee attacks early on, so if you have a spell, it's usually better, even if it's a crappy spell. Alright, Cleansing Copper Amulet. Cleansing makes it anti-magic. We can't use it. This is a decent belt, but it's got physical penetration and critical multiplier, but The resistances in heal mod overpower that just a little bit. So until we get a better version of this, we're going to keep our Girdle of Calm Waters. That is a hat without the mountain ego, so we're not going to use it. Oh cow, this is a hard guy. All right, he's got Raise. I actually don't know who that comes off of. I think it is the Wormic. You revel in death, devouring the souls of your victims. Whenever you inflict damage to a target, you deal an additional 4.92 darkness damage. Additionally, you gain 1 soul whenever you score a kill. Yeah, that is the undead Drake sustain that Wormics get. All right, he is a Bulwark, which means he's going to be hard to hit in melee at least. But we should be okay as long as he doesn't charge us. So we're going to stay back and let our pets do the dirty work for us. He's also got... Oh, he doesn't have recovery. Huh. That's new. Alright, let's... So he doesn't stun me, I'm going to pre-movement. And then we're going to spit at him and tongue him and everything. Youch. He hit us very hard. But we're okay. That is an Anorithal. A Norithil. They can do quite a bit of damage, but because it's this early on, we should be okay. And he's also immobile, so. Alright, that is a Bulwark. I think it's just a Bulwark. He might have a shield that gives him... Yeah, it has an activatable power. He is a Bulwark with a shield that has activatable time shield. That's hilarious. An activatable time shield on a shield is pretty rare, and seeing an enemy use it is just kind of funny, in my opinion. Oh, wrong move. Okay, we got a very souped up Mind Slayer. We need to stay away from him. And he is a summoner, even better. Alright, I need to at least kill this guy before we leave. Or maybe not, because this Mind Slayer is going to give me heck. Alright, let's do that. Let's see if we can't kill him. No, he's got 41 life. Alright, we need to vault away. Alright, so we have a tiny movement and speed and increase 74%. So it should outdo the reduced speed we get from stun. So let's get a bloated horror up here. Diseased face or dissolved face. Ouch. Why did I come up next to you? That doesn't make any sense. Let's do the lash out while we're next to him, and then spit at him a little bit. They do have a little heal. What's it called? Realign, but it's a pretty tiny heal, so we should be able to beat him. All right, not bad. We got stunned quite a bit there, though. Really need to find some more stun resist gear. I mean, this early on, it's kind of touch and go whether or not you can actually get enough, but still. You still want to be aiming for it. Alright, let's go ahead. No. No. Alright, let's send this one, or let's wear it since it's magic, and then we'll send our ring to our friend. And he can have some cold resistance if he would like it. Solubeth the Phoenix Cut. Lower spell cooldowns, that's a pretty rare ego to find, but we don't need that. Ebony Radiance, we also don't need that. No, we don't need any of this. What I'm looking for early on is armor, accuracy, resistances, health, stuff like that. Later on, I'll favor like damage things more often, but early on there's just... I don't do enough damage myself to worry about that kind of stuff. Alrighty. We're getting hurt here. Let's move around the corner so the rich flame spitter can't hit us. We'll plug the hole with our devourers and then spit at this guy. When I say spit, I mean diseased tongue and dissolved face. They work together. Alright, what do we got here? He's got flame, so is that furnace? Yes. So he's a saw butcher and an norithal. Not too bad of a combo. They don't really work together that well. Alright, a doomed. He should be easy enough to kill on my own. They're much harder if you're squishier, but because I've got such decent armor on, it's not a big deal. Litter to Wiseman. Wise man. Alright, regeneration, no, not good enough. Its value is fine, but the cooldown's too high to replace what we have already. Thunder Ravage, no. Oh, here we go. Very good light. It's got one less light radius, which kind of sucks, but it's got plus 40 more life. Okay, it's got plus 8 accuracy. Damage when hit is 8 physical. 4 will, doesn't really matter. Changes damage 7% mind. I think that might carry over to our bloated horror. I'm not sure. Physical save doesn't matter. Only die when reaching negative 80 life and 4 life radius. Or light radius. So, pretty good. It's almost a straight upgrade. I'd rather have 5 light radius, but can't get everything you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Alright, I can't run through that gauntlet. There we go, we'll wait. Get our bloated horror up and he will do the damage for us. Alright, there's the boss of this level, the Spellblaze Crystal. Ouch. 135 arcane damage he mana thrusted us. Alright, we are running out of healing, so I'm going to run around the corner and let my pets do the job. Alright. Good job. The bloated horror took out the Spellblaze Crystal. We weren't even there to watch. I thought it teleported away. It must have not gotten that far away. Ow. Some kind of necromancer? It's gotta be a necromancer. No? It's just an arcane mage or an archmage and a norithal. So lots of beam, decent powered beam spells. Alright, let's go ahead and use everything. All of our damage reduction abilities. There we go. Serpent's Glare is a pretty crappy Mind Star. Let me look at it real quick and tell you why, if I can remember exactly why. It's got 30 will and 10% cunning. If I remember right, normal Mind Stars have... No, it's still 30 will, 30 or 10 cunning. I wonder why. I thought that was bad. Oh, I can't remember. It's got decent damage, but for some reason I got it in my head that wasn't very good. Alright, we're not going to give that to our friend, this ring, because I'm going to Angle Wind right now. Yeah, we don't need any of this. What I do need to go to is Last Hope and get our friend some actual good weapons. We'll come back down there in a second to go to, oh geez, what's it called? Rhaloren Camp. You gotta give this guy a magic item, which we don't have. I could have swore we had the Unerring Scalpel, but the Unerring Scalpel is what I usually give him, or Prox's left foot. Alright, let's go to Last Hope, buy some high-powered massacre weapons. Now, if you're using one-handed weapons, you want to grab these when you come here anyway, but we only want them for our pet. Actually, I guess we could grab a two-hander, couldn't we? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab a two-hander for ourselves, now that we have Grizzly Constitution up to 5, right? We do. Let's go ahead and get 36 strength. No, we don't have enough for that yet. Alright, 36 strength for weapons mastery. I want to increase that all the way that I can. Let's take out all 4 points in bloated horror. Grab one more into the worm that walks. So now he can use everything. 4 rings, a belt, body, main hand, offhand, and a trinket. Alright, what is this? Foul Convergence. You and your worm that walks both teleport to an enemy in range 10 and make a melee attack for 101% damage. Your worm that walks blindside talent cooldown is reduced by 1. That is very nice. What the hell happened? Hold on. Let's not accept the changes. What's going on? Let's take off everything he has real quick. Said something about the inventory. Let's try again. Alright. At engine interface actor inventory, take off object. Engine interface actor attempt to index local a nil value. At what though? He doesn't have anything on. You know what? Let's kill him. That should fix it, right? Can he drown himself? Yes, he can. Alright. Now let's try it. Well, that works. Or we screwed ourselves up. I need more insanity. You know what? No one's gonna notice you dying. Sorry, buddy, I need some insanity. Son of a gun. We're getting a Lua error. Update the worm that walks in function what? What does that mean, though? We should be okay, though, right? Because he's still up here. Is that just going to come up every time I... Well, hopefully that doesn't screw our Let's Play up. If it does, I'll just have to restart and play back to this point, but I think we should be okay. As long as it's only affecting the worm that walks. Let's try to grab... Hold on. I'm going to go to main menu real quick. I'm going to try turning off Zomnibus, see if that's what's causing it. It shouldn't be, but, I mean, it's an add-on, so... what do we got here? These are all main ones except for... Let's turn off this and turn off this. Reload the Ogre Writhing one. Looks like we're not getting any problems now. Well, crap. So, what do we want next? Let's go with Pustulant Growth. I'm gonna up this a little bit. I would get Overgrowth, but I'm not gonna use that just yet. It's more of an increase for later on. But I need to get it to get to this. Alright, at last you unlock the true power of your mutated body. You gain 23% stun immunity, 19% chances to ignore critical strikes, and your darkness and blight damage are increased by 4%. You know what? I'm going to take 2 points into that. No, just 1, and then we'll go the rest in Bloated Horror. The reason why is I want the stun resistance. Alright, we good here? We're good. This is no bueno. Still a problem. Alright. This is 20 minutes in, so I'm just going to make this episode a short one and see if I can't fix this problem. If I can't, then we're going to have an issue because... You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to kill him every time I need to level up. I don't see the problem it's causing other than that, so... I don't see that it is causing any problem other than that, I mean. Good, good, good. Alright, let's summon him back. I need another helpful little citizen. You two will do. Oh, well, of course. Yep, don't care. Alright. That's the mayor there. We'll talk to him later. What do we want? We want to grab these dispersion gloves as first thing. 4 will 3 magic. 3 will 3 magic. I'm just gonna grab the 4 will 3 magic one. Not that +1 will is that great, but neither is 10 gold. Gonna have to get rid of our accuracy gloves. We do need a belt for the worm. But that one just doesn't really do anything, so I'm not gonna bother transferring it to him. Get rid of our bright brass lantern of health. Get rid of that. Alright. What kind of weapon do we want for our little friend? We want the massacre ones that are not arcane disrupting, so we can't grab that one. What we're looking for is high base damage, really, is the only thing. Alright, so we've got a 62 for our highest two-hander, at least in swords. Let's keep looking. Battle axe is two-handers. Okay, we got a 66, and it's a ton cheaper, so right here is our winner for our two-hander so far. War axes, here's a 37 war axe, we'll use that one. It's going to be hard to get better than 36. Alright, so for now, 66 is what we're trying to beat for two-handers. 72, even better. Alright, so we'll go with 72. We'll grab that, and now we need one more one-hander, and here we go. We got a 35 or 37. Let's go 37. This one, 37 base damage. But when this weapon hits, epidemic 10% chance at level 3, 9% chance to disease, and projects up to 2 attacks, dealing 30% weapon damage to random targets in range 7. Damage plus 10 blight when you hit, and disarm immunity. Not enough to make it matter, but that's fine. Alright, so we are an ogre with 5 out of 5 grizzly constitution. That means we can wield this two-hander with one hand and still get our off-handed tentacle attack. So we can actually... Well... Crap. I should have thought about this, because this is better than this massacre axe, so we can get rid of that and then just send both of these maces to the worm that walks. Alright, let's send him the... Nah, I'm going to keep the tooth of the mouth. It's not enough bonuses for me to bother giving it to him. I thought he could use a trinket. Can he not? It says trinket. Oh, son of a gun. And I also don't have 4 ring slots. Well, we are going to be doing this one at half power, guys. Well, not half power, but our dude isn't going to be at full power. That's okay, though. I didn't need it in the first place. I could do this without him. But he's just so cute. Do I have this? Yes, I do. Let's look at our alchemist's quests. We need a Hummer Horn. No. We haven't found the Hermit yet, but for the Elixir of Foundations, we need a multi-hued worm scale and a Nagaton. Neither of those we're going to find early on, so we're basically screwed on that front. Alright, let's see if a Grimly's here. Here he is. Sometimes he's here. He's not always here, though. You want the Elixir of Focus. Gives you 2 additional class points. And what does he need? He needs a Vampire Lord Fang and a Rich Stinger. We're not going to find those very early on either, so... Alright, let's go save the Lumberjack Village while we're here. Do I have to have a target? Yeah, I do. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to speed our way up there as quickly as possible. Nope, he's already killed one. Where is he? Sometimes there will be powerful lumberjacks, especially on Insane, and they'll kill them on their own. That's an easy way to get the achievement for not letting any of them die, but it's really random, so I wouldn't count on it. However, if there are powerful lumberjacks here, you can kill them for equipment. Like right here. Attack him, and then lash out. Kinetic focus. No, we don't need that, but that's some decent armor. We might be able to give that to our pet. Scald gash. Yep, we'll give it to our pet. Sand iron gauntlets. Those are usually pretty good. They give physical damage percentages, but we don't need that anymore. It's not good enough for us. Scald gash. Put that on. Transfer to party, and then we will transmogrify it, and then get out of here. We need to go to the Rhaloren Camp because we cannot get into Anglewind yet. They require a magic item for entrance. A magical artifact, that is. So, Unerring Scalpel, Crystal Focus, Prox's Foot, stuff like that. Now, these guys will be fighting random people while you're here. Like the elves will fight the non-elves in this area. So you might get a few kills without even doing anything. Come on, get down there. Let's carry on feet. Let's actually come down here, come around and kill this caster. It doesn't, even if they're not rares, the casters here do a lot of damage, so you need to be careful. Let's lash out. Put a wall up there, and then put our bloated whore here so he can hit this guy and hit this guy without worrying about killing me. Every time he gets summoned, I get that error. Hopefully that's not too annoying. I'll just kind of ignore it from now on out, from here on out. You gotta. Sometimes you get bugs in this game. I don't know why. Could be add-ons, but again, I don't use a lot of add-ons, and the one that I do is pretty. It's pretty widespread. Zomnibus, everybody uses that. I don't think I want to jump over there. So let's come down here. Let them play with our friends for a little bit, and then have them come around the corner. I was hoping that would give me enough to summon my friend. My bloated horror friend, that is. Alright, we are hexed twice. Okay, good. He came through the wall at us. That's perfect for us. When they come through the wall, they usually don't have a way to stop from suffocating. If you could see, he died quickly there because he was suffocating. And suffocating does a lot of damage. I'm coming in here just to hide out for a second while I rest. Oh, looks like we got Necromancer? Nope. Gunslinger and Anorthal. Okay. Just cleaning up the trash here real quick before we move on. This should all be easy by now, but the vaults in here can be super dangerous, so be careful. The vaults are the little buildings that warn you before you open them. The elven cultists here have soul rot and blight damage, so they do quite a bit of damage. Like I said, soul rot has an increased chance to crit. Alright, nothing. Let's do that and then summon our friend. Have him do all the killing for us. I'm gonna run up quickly. Somebody already almost killed that guy. I want to get all of them. Never realized how intense this music was. I've actually had music off for quite a while because I like to play this game while I chat. It's got an in-game chat. I have it minimized for now just because I'll get super distracted by it. It's fun. There's a lot of people in there that are fun to talk to. I'm Fred Surdy in there if you haven't watched my guide that I say at the end of it. And also, you can talk to the devs of the game as well. Shivari's in there quite a bit. Anybody with a red name is a dev in some capacity or another. Liberty, either she or he, I'm not exactly sure. Is this any good? It's got good darkness resistance and damage, so let's go ahead and put it on for now. Liberty Aether, I believe, wrote the lore for the Cultist DLC, maybe even more. I don't remember. I'm going to give this to my pet because it's got blight damage on it, even though he does really low damage right now. Or go fast. Some of the names in here are hilarious. The Taint ones especially. Those are my favorite. Alright, let's switch to our pet, even though we shouldn't have. We're right in the middle of a fight. And throw on this spell. I also need to level him up. I have been neglecting his level ups. Alright. We'll go... I need to get to 36 magic as quickly as possible. Alright. We'll go 2 in Rot. This is the one, this is going to be the most helpful early on because he's got so few, because he's not super fragile, but he's fragile because he's a pet. They're all fragile except for Shadows and Temporal Hounds, but that's because they have one-shot protection. What Infestation does is your body becomes a mass of living corruption, increasing your blight and acid resistance by 14% and blight affinity, so when you take blight damage you heal from it by 11%. On taking damage greater than 15% of your maximum health, the damage will be reduced by 12% and a carrion worm mass will burst forth onto a tile nearby, attacking your foes for 5 turns. You can never have more than 5 worms active from any source at a time. When a carrion worm dies, it will explode into a radius 2 pool of blight for 5 turns, dealing 11 blight damage each turn and healing you for 33% of that amount. So, you can get a lot of blight worms up at once, and they're all dying at once. So that 11 damage might seem low, and it is pretty low. It's higher on a Reaver, but whatever. You can get 3 of them dead at once, and all the pools are healing you. They're sending back that 30 damage, so it's like basically 10 health per round that they do damage per target. So it's pretty nice. That's if they're hitting, if you have 3 worms dead at once. Alright, let's give him combat accuracy. I will do weapons mastery eventually, but for right now I need him to actually hit the targets. He's never going to do a lot of damage, but he will be able to debuff people. Ouch, that hurt a lot. There is a Cultist of Entropy right here. He is no bueno. See, that was a regular guy and he even took me down into critical health. That is a Paradox Mage, but he's a warrior body type, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about his damage. Because he's got warrior stats, but Paradox Mage class. This is a monk. Need to be a little bit more worried about him. Alright, we got two worms going on. Let's see if they actually hurt us when they die. Blackbinder receives 10 healing from Carrion Worm Mass's Worm Blight area of effect. Good. But I could have swore we took damage from it as well. No. Alright, so we actually heal from that. That's really nice. I didn't realize. Well, good. It's just another reason to upgrade it. Thunderstorm. This is an Archmage / Cursed. So they don't really work well together, but since he's already got a caster body, we need to be careful. Throw the Bloated Whore down there. And see if we can't take him out before he takes us out. Let's take off his thunderstorm with dispersion. Gloves of dispersion, I guess I didn't go over that. Let's look at them real quick. It can be used to activate talent Disperse Magic. Removes up to 3 magical effects, good effects from foes, and bad effects from friends from the target. At level 3 it can be targeted. So basically, anything that says is a spell, it'll get rid of. Or if it's a magical effect. Oh, we are in trouble. Out of ways to escape, and I was stunned. I think. Let's just avoid taking that damage. Alright, we got a bulwark here. We're already dazed. But I'm going to pre-movement infusion and move out of the way for my pet to get in here. I think he shield repulsed me. Haha! We jumped at him. You know what? Let's set that on F for our hotkey, and I'll start using that more often. Get both me and my pet on the same target early on. Have to put a lot more points in that. It does decent damage. Alright, we finished the early quest, and now we are ready for Tier 2's Into Darkness. That is Old Forest, Maze, Sandworm Lair, and Daikara. We will go to Old Forest first. I always go to Old Forest first because there's a lot of trash mobs you can get there for experience. It's a double-edged sword though, because escorts can spawn there. Escorts cannot spawn in Sandworm Lair and the Maze, but I think the Maze is super hard. I always get really hard Rand bosses in there. I'm talking like temporal stalkers and stuff. Alright, this is better than ours. We're going to put it on, I think. Alright, we're going to lose the physical resistance, but it's only 7%, and we're gaining a decent amount of life regain per turn. And lightning resistance isn't bad either. It's not as good as physical resistance, but it's close. Lightning damage, all the skills have really variable damage, so they can do really low damage, but they can also do really high damage, which you need to worry about. Flower Wither, that's the second time I've seen this. That specific Flower Wither. Alright, Vorba, no thank you. I'll keep my disengage boots. We can't get rid of our gloves because dispersion, we're probably going to keep these all game. Unless we find an orange dispersion glove. Or if we make one our own with the crafting system. With the Assassin Lord, which we'll go over that later when we run into it. Which we inevitably will, because this guy is a freaking powerhouse. Alright, what are we going to next? We'll try Heart of the Gloom. It's a tier 1, but it's very difficult, so we'll see what it has in store for us in the first level, and then we will quit this episode. Let's breathe on him. I don't know if you guys can hear that piano in the background, but that is cute. Really good. Very serene. Like I said, it's been so long since I've heard any of this music, it's a nice. Let's go ahead and use our stuff. Our defenses, Ogric Wrath and Shed Skin. We'll jump back a little bit and then do Lash Out, hit both targets. Now we can do our Bloated Horror from up here, that way he could shoot down at all of our targets without hitting me on accident or my worm. Get a Bloated Horror above both of them, and he actually beamed both of them for once. Thank you, Mr. Bloated Horror. Alright. We got a Saw, Butcher, slash Doomed. We need to be careful here because both of those guys can do enough damage to me to make me worry. There we go. on to the next one. Blaze Blizz. Not bad. What are we losing? We're going to lose 10% mind resistance, not a big deal, and 28% confusion immunity. That's a pretty big deal, but this has got quite a bit of stats on it. Pinning immunity is big because I'm a melee. 15% chance to blind on hit, 6 strength, 2 dexterity, 2 will, 2 cun. It's all good except for the will. I don't care about that, but... this is arcane disrupting, so we can't use it. Ooh, here we go. A longsword, tier 2. It's got crappy base damage, but look at this. 13% chance to cause a random gloom, and on weapon crit, cripple the target. Both of those things are worth it by themselves, so we're actually going to put that on our dude instead of the massacre one. Or do we have the massacre one? I forget. We might not actually use it. I'll have to compare it directly. Glitterand, Gabers. I'm going to take this. As you can see, it allows you to breathe in water, this helmet. I need that for 2 specific zones, so I'll keep that all game, basically. You know what? Let's clear out this place first, and then I will look at my Worm Bros items. Holy cow, that is a lot of debuffs all at once. Not good. You know what? Let's jump away. We'll deal with that next time. Let's get over on our Worm Bro. What does he have? What does he have on his... Alright, we've got a projection one with epidemic and disease. I don't want to get rid of that one. Alright, this one we can get rid of. It's 4% resist all, which is nice, but I want that random gloom and cripple. Like I said, this guy is our debuffer by bumping, not necessarily by spells, but by bumping. Alright, let's go through here. I'm going to put 1 more point in Decayed Bloated Horror because I want to leave 1 point in for these 2. I don't know what they do yet, but we'll go over them when we get to them. And then I'm going to raise up Weapons Mastery to 5 out of 5. We'll go with, let's keep raising our strength, and then I'll go over to my Worm Bro and see what he's got for us. Let's go Worm Walk. You disperse into a mass of carrion worms, reforming near the target location, 7 teleport accuracy. If used on a worm mass, you merge with it, moving to its location, healing you for 110, restoring 10 Vim, and destroying the mass. I don't actually know if he'll use that, but it's got really crappy accuracy, teleport accuracy, so even if he does, it's not going to be too helpful, unless he does it on top of a worm mass, which is what I want him to do. Alright, we need 4 more magic, and then we can start pumping strength up. Alright, that's where we're going to leave it for now. We'll finish up Heart of the Gloom next time, and then we'll go save... Well, we won't save the merchant, but we will go side with the assassin lord against the merchant. And I'll go over why we do that next time. So please leave a like or comment below, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. And thanks for stopping by.